So I'm just going to demonstrate a short sequence that will help deal with any back pain that you might have in pregnancy. We're going to start in an all-four position, and this is a perfect position for you in your pregnancy, as baby is just hanging almost like in a hammock, and so they're just being gently rocked back and forth while you are doing the postures. So we'll come over into our all-fours. This is making sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips, and not hyperextending the elbows, just having a nice soft bend in the elbows to not put any extra pressure on your joints. And from here we're just going to look up, and as you look up you're going to be stretching at the front of the throat, and you're taking an in-breath here, and as you exhale you're just going to rock under, and just taking your gaze towards your baby. Inhale as you look forward, stretching at the throat, and exhale, just rocking under. And you're just going to keep continuing to do this posture, and you're going to keep being in honour of your breath, in your own different pace of your breath at this point. And this is just opening up the mid-back and the upper back. So gently just massaging into these areas to open up any extra strain or pain. And you don't have the extra weight of baby at the moment, because baby's just hanging down in its sweet little hammock. And I would suggest to do this for approximately 1 to 2 minutes. And after you finish 1 to 2 minutes, you'll just come up to a tabletop position, so just a relaxed tabletop position with a neutral spine. And from here we'll come into doing some hip circles. So as you inhale, you're going to circle your hips towards the front, and as you exhale, you'll circle your sitting bones to the back. And just continuing with this movement, again in honour of your own breath and its rhythm. And again, just knowing that you're gently just rocking your baby back and forth. And this position is perfect for any lower back pain. So again, the breath and the movement is just massaging out any discomfort and just opening up the movement of the lumbar spine. And as we like balance in yoga, we'll always do the opposite direction. So making sure that you start to circle the hips in the opposite direction for an equal amount of time. And throughout the movement, being very conscious that you're not overextending those elbows, hyperextending them. That there's just a nice small bend in the elbows. And then from here, once you've finished your circles, you're just going to come into Superwoman pose. And from here, that's just extending the back leg out into a calf stretch. And from here, you're going to raise that left leg up just to hip height, and then extend your right arm forward. And then lift your left leg up just to hip height, no further. And then from here, if you feel you've got the balance, just extend that right arm forward. And just continuing to breathe, so following the same rhythm of your inhalation and your exhalation. And here you're just strengthening all those back muscles. And you're also just strengthening your oblique abdominals as well, which will help with the back pain. And then gently, as you're ready to exhale, you're going to lower both the hand and the foot at the same time. Stretch back into your calf stretch, and then join the left knee on the mat with the right knee. And then as you inhale, step out the right foot. And then just breathe into a calf stretch here. Again, as you inhale, draw the right leg up to hip height. And then extend the left arm out. And draw a line of energy all from the left fingertips to the right heel, so stretching and strengthening and breathing. As you're ready to exhale, lower the hand and the foot. And then place the right knee on the mat. And then just come back into a child posture. So opening the knees wide and taking the sitting bones towards the heels and lowering the forehead to the mat. If you've got any indigestion or heartburn, it's best not to have the head lower than the heart. So you can just come up onto your forearms and just lengthen the spine here. And just continue to breathe. And that's it. It's just coming up nice and calmly and slowly. And if you did that a few times in the week, then that should help to elevate any back pain that you might be having.